Hey everybody, it's Stacy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video in my Planmas series. If you are new to my channel or this is the first Planmas video that you have stumbled across, first of all, welcome, and I am actually going to be doing a new video every day from December 1st to the 24th to count down till Christmas. And most of them are going to be Plan With Me spreads as I catch up in my 2021 planner. And then there's going to be a couple of the weekly vlogs as well. So I have been loving doing these videos and it's been so nice to catch up on in real time. I am actually on the last week of November, so I'm super close to being caught up in my planner. I'm like 2 weeks behind, or 2.5, I guess, weeks behind, and it feels amazing. So this kit that I am using is called Full Moon, and it is actually one of our mystery kits. This is available in the shop right now actually for our bring back kits that we do twice a year. So you can still get this kit, and it is just such a fun take on like I want to say spooky, like I want to say kind of Halloweenish, but not necessarily. It's just kind of celestial. It's kind of, I don't know, dark and witchy, and I just love, love, love these vibes. They're just so super fun to me, and I love how this kit turned out. I think the purple and the black and the gray and everything together, it's just stunning, and I loved this kit. So, I'm sorry, I should be saying I'm planning for the week of October 4th to the 10th, and I decided to use this kit just because I wanted to kind of do more of a Halloween themed month. So I will be doing a different kit next week just for the Thanksgiving week, but I tried to do a couple different Halloween spreads this year. The foil bundle that I am using in this kit is the Full Moon bundle. It's actually called a Stars and Moon bundle now in the shop, but when it came with the mystery kit, then it was called Full Moon. And I love how it was paired, and it's all silver foil. Okay, so what I'm doing while I'm setting up the base is I've been answering a couple questions. So if you have any questions that you would like me to answer during this time, it could be anything like planner related, personal, it could be anything. Just leave them in the comments down below and I will make sure I answer them in these parts of the video. But one of the questions that I got was, what are my must-haves to plan with stickers? And that's such a good question. I think for me, I need to have full boxes. I need to have date covers. Like, those are my absolute favorite things to plan with. And then tons and tons of boxes, because I don't like to write on my planner. I like everything to be in a box. So I don't just put an icon on my planner and then write beside it. So I need tons and tons of boxes because for me, every little thing needs something. So that's why I often use little things and stuff to write on, because I don't write on my planner. Alright, so we are going to get into the day-to-day section now already. I'm just going to put in my washi strips for my work schedule. So working Monday to Friday, or Thursday this day, I took Friday off. So working Monday to Thursday this week, just using a little icon sticker from various shops, as well as a work script sticker, and I think I ran out on Wednesday, so I only did Monday to Wednesday with those. I loved that little like zombie work sticker from, I believe it's the Coffee Monsterz Co. It's just so cute, and it was like perfect for this spread. Okay, so starting on Monday, this starts with a little bit of a story. So I wrote down that I dropped off my husband's water bottle for him. He was doing some kind of project at work, and he was working outside and not at his work building. And so it was super hot this day, and he wanted a water bottle. So he texted me and said, "Do you think you could drop off a water bottle for me?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no problem." I had no idea where this place was, and it was somewhere in the country. And so he kind of gave me like brief directions, and he's like, you know, if you see these gravel trucks or whatever, that's probably the right direction. I'm like, okay. So I started going down the gravel roads, and sure enough, saw some gravel trucks. So, oh, okay, I will go and follow them. Turns out, yeah, I went down someone's private property, and so they were like wondering why I was there, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm just trying to find my husband. So, okay, no problem. So then I left again, and I ended up going into like some kind of shooting range or something like that. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not correct. So then I pulled around, and finally, after like, I think it was like a 40-minute thing, I found my husband and gave him his water bottle, and I was laughing so hard. Like, I couldn't even be upset because it was just so hilarious how many times I kept following these gravel trucks and couldn't find him. So I had to write that down, that happened, because it was, I think, hilarious. And then I marked that I cleaned the tubs this day and just kind of had a relaxing evening, just kind of chilling out at home and watching Survivor. On Tuesday, I marked that we had George's for lunch. George's is just like one of those dine-in places that is only open seasonally in our town. So around October, like just like after like Thanksgiving-ish time, often those places close in our area. So we always try and fit them in as much as we can before they close. And then I marked that my daughter had piano this day. And then I was shopping for printers. So if you had watched in my last A Couple Plan With Me videos, I mentioned that I did buy a printer, and it was just a terrible experience, and I ended up returning it, and then I was still left with the problems that my current printer was having, so I still needed a printer. So I was shopping for printers. I was asking lots of other people like what their opinions were on different printers, and looking up tons of reviews and options and that kind of thing, because it's not like a cheap investment, so I wanted to make sure that I was getting the correct one. And so after this day, I spent a lot of the time looking for printers. And then we went and biked to get some ice cream this day. I think we actually went to George's, which is really funny because I just went there for lunch, but we decided to bike and get some ice cream. And then we came home, and then I was FaceTiming my parents. Try and do that usually like once a week, just so that we can, you know, get to see each other. And then I watched Bachelor in Paradise this day. And then when my husband came home, then we watched Survivor. Often I'll watch like my shows in the evening when he is on call, and then he goes to work in the evening. And then when he comes home, then we watch Survivor again together. On Wednesday, I marked that the kids had no school. And then I finally went and bought a new printer this day. And so this one actually is working amazing, and it's been fantastic. I love it so much. So it's so good to have a good experience. However, I did switch like printer companies, so that was always a little bit nerve-wracking when you're switching, because colors and quality and all that kind of stuff can drastically change. So I want to check all that out. So I spent a lot of my day like setting up the printer and testing it and stuff like that. So that feels so good that I now have a new printer. And then I wrote that I bought the kids their Halloween costumes this day while we were out shopping. So my daughter was actually a nurse, and my son was the Flash for Halloween. And then my daughter lost another tooth this day. She actually has her 2 front teeth missing right now, so it's really, really cute. And we say it's really funny because it's around Christmas time. And she, had to mark that she lost her tooth. And then I decided to organize my manual drawer. So in my previous week, we had decided to rearrange and kind of like revamp my office. And so one of the things I really wanted to do with that was to completely organize my closet. And I was also losing the drawer system that I had in my previous desk. Not that I was losing space, it was just going to be like a different system. And so one of the things that I had in there is like a drawer full of all the manuals for everything we've ever bought. So like whether it be a fridge or a kid's toy or a Lego set or a TV or anything like that. I kept all of that stuff, and I always keep it until like we do not have the product anymore. So some of the things I was laughing at, I'm like, oh, we haven't had this in like 6 years. So got to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And some stuff like I kept that like just instructions on how to build a Barbie house, for example. Well, I don't really need to keep those kind of things. So I kept the important things and got rid of a whole bunch of things, and that felt so, so good. And then I had a bath that evening, and then we watched Survivor. On Thursday, I took my dog to the groomers this day, and then my correct foil paper finally arrived. This is like a huge stress off my shoulders this day because the company that I was originally getting it from was back ordered so much that I had to attempt to get it from the previous company. It's just such a big rigmarole. And finally it worked, so that felt so, so good. Marked that I did my meal plan and grocery shopping this day, and then I did work all evening just because I was so behind with that foil paper not showing up that I needed to get it done, so I worked all evening and watched YouTube while I did it, and then when I was done work, then me and my husband did watch Survivor. I'm loving those Halloween TVs from Once More With Love. They are just so, so cute. I love them. They were perfect for this spread because there were some like black ones and purple ones. On Friday, I marked that I took the day off, and me and my husband kind of had a little bit of a day date. We went to the city together, and so I marked that we drove to the city, and then we went and test drove some cars. So we had test drove a car a couple weeks ago, and then we had found some more of the same type of car. So we went to look at those ones, and we really, really liked this car. So we really noticed what kind of car we wanted, what kind of features we wanted. And so that was super nice to like kind of narrow down. I still don't think that was the right one, but we're not too picky. We're not in a very big rush, so we will figure out the right car when it comes along. Then we went to IKEA this day to pick up the desks and the chair mats. I think that's all we picked up from there. And that was really fun to know that my office is going to come together this weekend. So we went and picked that up. And then we bought Wendy's for lunch, which I love Wendy's, but we don't have it in our town. So when I go to the city, I always want to get it there. And then we came home for our kids coming home from school. And then we decided to get Subway for lunch because we were just so tired from driving all day. So we went and got Subway, and then I just kind of chilled and watched YouTube most of the evening. On Saturday, I cleaned out my office. I took all of the stuff off my desk, like all my computers, my printers, everything like that. I took all of the furniture out that we weren't keeping anymore. So my huge big desk got taken out. I took out a lot of the furniture for my office just because I wanted to paint. So we took that all out. Sorry, I was super distracted there. I was wondering why I was putting my hand up to the camera. So sorry about that, guys. So I marked that I cleaned out my office, and then I marked that I prepped the walls for paint. So we filled some holes, sanded and dusted the walls, so that was good. This used to be my son's room, and so we did have some things on the wall, like his growth chart and stuff like that, that we needed to take down so that he could have them in his room, and they obviously left some holes, so we needed to fill those. And then I marked that we had our Thanksgiving gathering with my husband's family this day, and I love that little scene. I think it's so, so cute. I ended up changing it because I totally butchered the writing, so I ended up changing that box. And then we came home and we just watched Survivor. I think this is where I like butcher it. I was trying to write our gathering, and I'm like, you know what? It's so crowded. I just really hate how that looked. So I just pull up the box. Sometimes my writing, I always think I can write really small and then I can't, so that I have to change the boxes because it just does not look good so squished together. There we go. Now I'll fix it. Okay, so moving on to Sunday. It was actually a rainy day this day. Always mark all the rain because we were in such a drought that I need to mark every time it rains. And then I did do some designing this day. So I was actually painting the walls in my office. I also marked that. And so in between coats and when they were drying, then I was designing in the living room. What else would I gonna do anyways? So I might as well just design a little bit. So I marked that. I really like that painting girl from Stick with the Planmas Co. I think she's really cute. And then I was like, you know what? We need to get out of this house. I was so tired of being cooped up. So we went for a walk in the rain, and that was really fun. Just to get out of the house and enjoy being outside for what we can while it gets cold. And then I marked that I planned foil for my kits. So I decided to plan all the foil that I was going to use for all the kits that I had printed for my personal planner already. So I was kind of pulling what I already had in my stash as well as writing down what I needed to print and cut for myself. And then I did all that while I was watching Survivor. So it was a super fun weekend. I got so much done in my office. I can't wait to share it with a full reveal with you guys. I have a couple things left to do in the office, and then it will be done. So I need to get those done so I can show you guys. But I can't wait to show you the full reveal. You'll see most of my office already in my vlogs, but if I will do official office tour yet too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to finish up my sidebar now. My picture for the week is my daughter losing her tooth. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!